Hey everyone, I hope you are doing well, and welcome to Season 15 of the Go Battle League. We have a whole bunch of new move updates here, and I didn't really have the time to make a video about all of these new updates, but I wanted to showcase one of the Pokemon that did get buffed during this season, and it is a Dartrix. So Dartrix is part of the Rowlet evolution line. Rowlet, Dartrix, and Decidueye, all of them now have access to the fast move of Leafage as part of this update. And I'll be showcasing a couple more Pokemon that were updated or buffed during this new season in later videos, but today I just wanted to showcase Dartrix as I felt that it was going to be a lot of fun to run. And I am running it here on a ABB style team with a Steel type in the lead, which is Registeel. Alternately, though, you can run Bastiodon, which I think could be a little bit better in some situations here. For instance, you are actually going to be triple weak to fire types here in the for this team, but that's okay. You're going to see a lot of spice here to start the season, and of course, these are battles that I did in rank 1, so I'm not going to be expecting too much here. So in this specific instance, of course, as I mentioned, Registeel on the lead. Registeel is pretty much a big tank, can handle most anything. Just gotta watch out for the fighters. That's why you have the two grass flyers in the back of Jumpluff. And apologies, I am not running the right graphic here. It's supposed to be a shadow one, but I just don't have the graphic for it right now. But it is a Shadow Jumpluff that I am running here on this team with the standard moveset of Fairy Wind, Energy Ball, and the Legacy Acrobatics. And of course, as I mentioned, Dartrix in the back, which has access to the new fast move of Leafage, which is a Bullet Punch clone, and with Seed Bomb and Brave Bird. And as you can see, going to go for the Brave Bird right here against the Trevenant, and boom, goodbye Trevenant. And of course, the opponent does concede the match. There's nothing else they can do. Hopping into the next battle here of this set. What do you do against an Alola Marowak? So that is a very big problem here for my team, as you can see, especially if they're running Fire Blast. That is just going to be very bad. But most Alola Marowak with Fire Spin, they don't usually run that. They usually run like Shadow Bone and Bone Club or something like that. So this is Shadow Bone, perfectly fine. I can take that. I'm just gonna throw Zap Cannon here on their next when their next Fire Spin came through. So it is a little bit tough if you face a whack here on the lead. So just gonna go ahead and swap in a Jumpluff here. I do get the attack buff, which is nice. Gonna be over farming here. Just gonna shield this next one. It is gonna be a Shadow Bone. I can tank it though, no problem. So that's fine. Luckily, I don't get the defense drop. Gonna overfarm just a little bit here. Throw in the middle of their Fire Spin so they can't catch. Just gonna go for an Acrobatics straight up here. And this is going to get a shield, which is fine. So I know I can tank another move here. So I am going to let this next Shadow Bone go. It's fine. It'll get me deep into the red, or the yellow actually. So now they swap into a Kingdra. I'm going to go straight for the Acrobatics here. Put some pressure on this Kingdra. Either Acrobatics or Energy Ball would be fine here, but just going to go for the harder hitting move. And I am actually almost able to farm down with Fairy Wind, which is unfortunate. Would have liked to flip switch there, but that's okay. I'm going to come in with the Dartrix actually, and start getting ahead on energy. I know they're probably going to come back in with the Marowak here, which is fine. Gonna go ahead and build up to the Brave Bird, and I'm able to get it, but I am going to commit a shield now on this next Shadow Bone. Gonna try to prevent the catch here. So gonna throw one more Leafage and then go straight for the Brave Bird. And this will be doing big damage here, taking out the AWAC. And what do they have in the back? Araquanid. And it's running Infestation. So this is fine. I'm going to go straight for the Brave Bird here, doing some nice big damage here onto this tanky Araquanid. But then I can just swap back into Registeel, and there is nothing that the Araquanid can do against the Registeel. So this is pretty much going to be a good game. So it's not like all of these Pokemon can't handle AWAC. You just have to put in the team effort to be able to tackle a little Marowak. So no problem. It's going to lock on this thing down, and that is going to be a good game. Very well played. Hopping into the next battle here, we have Registeel into a Caracosta. So very interesting lead here. I'm going to stay in here to start. They are running Rock Throw, which was bad news for the Flyers in the back. And they come with Scrafty. I am a little bit slow to the swap, but I'm going to respond with my Shadow Jumpluff here. And this can probably be a foul play, so I'm going to let it go. I can still take a move. So they just go for a pup. No problem here. I'm going to go straight for the Acrobatics here as soon as I get it. I'm going to go 1 over the Acrobatics here. And this is going to be forcing a shield or doing some nice heavy damage here on the Scrafty. So I do get a shield, which is good. So I am going to respect the foul play, I believe. So I do decide to shield this one. But unfortunately, this time I do get baited with another Power Punch. Gonna go for the... gonna Ore Farm here a little bit. I'm going to let this next move go. I think I can still take a foul play here from this range. So they actually go for a Power Punch again, which is fine. Now I'm going to go for another Acrobatics here and see what they want to do. And I would imagine this is going to get the second shield from the Scrafty, which it does. And this is okay. I'm just going to go ahead and let the Jumpluff go at this point. It's done its job, so no need for me to shield. And they actually go for another Power Punch here, which is interesting. Gonna go for an Energy Ball just in case they try to catch on a Caracosta again or something like that. But Energy Ball is more than enough to take it out from this range. So down goes the Scrafty. And what does the opponent come back in with? They come back with the Caracosta, which is fine. I'm gonna actually come with Dartrix here. Start getting hit on energy here. And see what they want to do. I will respect the potential Rock type move here. But I think it is just a Body Slam, unfortunately. So I'm going to go ahead and continue to get ahead on energy here. And I'm going to wait for a little bit. Just see if I can catch a move onto the Registeel. But they actually come in with a Marshtomp. So that is very unfortunate for me. I'm going to go ahead and fire off a Zap Cannon here. This is going to do some pretty good damage. I think in hindsight I should have gone for the Focus Blast here. And at this point would have done a little bit more damage and wasn't resisted, but I think, in all honesty, I was trying to fish for the debuff, and I think that was not a good move from my part. So, gonna try to reach the Focus Blast now. I am able to reach it luckily, and this is going to be taking out the Marshtomp. So, down goes the Marshtomp, and all they have left is that Caracosta, which at this point can be, well, almost locked on down. They are at a move. It is just going to be a Body Slam, but I do have the Seed Bomb locked and loaded here on the Dartrix. So that is going to come through. And obviously at this range, it's going to be more enough to take out the Caracosta. So great game. Very well played to my opponent there. Cool pick. Hopping into the next battle. This is a 4-1 set, by the way, so I think I do end up losing one of these games. Reggie into Noctowl. This is a great lead. They come in here with a Vigoroth, so I respond with Jumpluff, of course. This is perfectly fine for me. No need to shield anything here. This is just a Body Slam. It will do some good chip damage here, but won't be doing too much. Gonna overfarm here just a little bit and go for the Acrobatics here. I'm gonna start pressuring the shields of the Vigoroth and seeing what the opponent wants to do. So they actually let this move go. And they do end up throwing here on the CMP tie, but I am able to sneak one more move. Another Body Slam, of course, coming through. I can imagine they do try to shield this one and actually go for the Energy Ball here. I think the opponent does decide to shield this one, but I also think that this range they can reach a move. I do get the defense drop here, which is fine. So now I'm going to have to start to shield and see what if I can flip this matchup. Because of course I do not want the Noctowl to be aligned on my Dartrix. I think the Vigoroth does outpace me almost, actually, so able to get to this energy ball. So if they do want to shield, I believe the opponent can flip switch. So, so I actually do let this go, I think. Or no, actually I do decide to shield, which I think in hindsight might have been a mistake. So I was really stupid here. I accidentally gave up switch because I thought that I was going to be able to win this game with that. And I think that just cost me the game. So they come with the Whiskash, which is not good at all for my Registeel. Focus Blast does do half, but they are able to outpace me to 2 Mud Bombs here before I can get to the next move. So this is unfortunately going to be the loss here, and I think, again, yes, 2 Mud Bombs will be able to take me out. Unfortunately, and I think just pulling the trigger on switching back to Reggie cost me in the game here, so unfortunate. So now I'm going to have to come in with my Dartrix and see what I can do here to pull off this game. Coming with Dartrix, but of course they do pivot back into Noctowl, and I also did try to make a catch here onto the Jumpluff, which of course didn't work out too well. And I am able to reach a Brave Bird though, luckily. But of course, I also know that this actually happens to be a CMP tie as well. But Brave Bird, unfortunately, is not going to be enough to KO the Noctowl from this range. And because of the debuff, this next move will obviously be KOing my Dartrix. So, unfortunate mistake there from me, but very good game to my opponent. Very well played. You know, you can recognize your mistakes and figure out what to do better the next time. Hopping into the next battle, we have a great lead here. Reggie into Alolan Ninetales. Going to swap into Jumpluff onto their Scrafty. So, great move here from me. I know I can take a foul play again, so I'm not going to commit a shield here. So this is fine. I'm just going to let this move go. It is the foul play. Does a pretty nice chunk of damage here. I'm going to Aura Farm just a little bit here and fire off the Acrobatics. So this is going to start putting some pressure onto the Scrafty. And of course the Scrafty does decide to shield. And they are at another, what could be a foul play here, so I think I decide to shield. Actually, I do call it, and they actually, unfortunately, do end up going for another foul play. I'm able to reach an Acrobatics, which is good for me, so this is fine. I think I can try to see if 2 Shield Dartrix can do enough here to help me win this game. So I'm going to let the timer go down, and I do have a shield advantage here, so this is perfect. Going to come with Dartrix, start getting head and energy here, and seeing what I can do. So I will have to respect a potential foul play here from the Scrafty. So I actually do no shield, which is also not that good. Luckily, it takes it pretty well, so that's okay. Going to go ahead and get the Seed Bomb off. This is going to be taking out the Scrafty from this range. And let's see what they have in the back. So I'm going to pivot into Ninetales, and they have a Nidoqueen, which also is good here for my Reggie. So my Dartrix pretty much had nowhere to go here. Going to leave it up to Reggie to take care of the rest. Focus Blast does a good chunk of damage, but obviously both moves that the Reggie has here against the Nidoqueen are resisted. They did build up to a potential Earth Power, so I am going to respect it, and unfortunately they do bait me with a Poison Fang. Hate to see it. I'm able to reach another Focus Blast here, but this is definitely not going to be enough to take out the Nido. So I'm going to have to go for a Focus Blast here. And they barely hang on here just with a sliver of health. So now I will have to respect the Earth Power and commit my second shield here to the Reggie. And they do go for the Earth Power this time, which is great for me. Going to be able to lock on down the Nido, and they are going to come back in with Ninetales here. I'm going to go for the Zap Cannon here, hoping for a debuff, but I think I do end up having to swap into Dartrix to sack it at this point, because I am going to be able to threaten it with a move. And as you can see, I do reach the Seed Bomb, but unfortunately my Dartrix ends up losing CMP. So at this point, it'll be all up to Reggie with no shields, but it can still be able to handle the Alola Ninetales just fine, even at this health range. It is starting to get a little low. Even a Dazzling Gleam won't be enough to take out this Reggie. It'll get into the red, I believe, or actually the yellow. So I just need to make it to another move here, and that should be enough to take out the Ninetales. So pretty close game there. It all came down to the wire, but luckily my Reggie was able to help pull this off and take out the Ninetales. Great game, well played to my opponent. And that is the team. Reggie and Double Flyers with Dartrix being the new featured one here. A lot of fun to run, a lot of nuke potential with the Brave Bird. I think it's definitely helpful to put in as a closer, just with the insane amount of potential it can do. But you can run in the lead if you like, you just have to make sure you protect it against all the ice types, fire types. So if you wanted to build a team with Dartrix on the lead, you could do it that way as well. But this is the team that I built, and I would say I could also run Basti in the lead if I wanted to also, but either Reggie or Basti is fine. But yeah, let me know what you guys want to see more of from the latest content updates from Niantic in this new season. A lot of great things. So if you are interested in tuning into more of this type of content, please feel free to give this video a like and subscribe, and also a thumbs up. And if you guys want to see more of the videos that I'll be making in the future, hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything that I put out later. And with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.